Let us invoke the presence of the Lord in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Glorious and blessed God, we praise and adore you. You are the King of Kings. We humbly ask your forgiveness for our sins. Have mercy on us. We place our work and ourselves into your hands. Anoint our creativity, our ideas, our energy, so that even the smallest task may bring you honor. God, when we are challenged, guide us. When we are weary, energize us. May the work that we do and the way that we do it bring hope, life, and courage to all with whom we minister within the organization. All this we pray through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit with one God forever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Alright, and kakatapos lang po ng flag ceremony ng ating ibang mga participants, kakatapos lang din po namin. Again, we would like to welcome you to our journal writing 1. Opo, phase 1. So magkakaroon pa po tayo ng phase 2. And with that, may I acknowledge our participants for this activity. Sila po ang ating mga birth grantees, ang mga nakakomplete na ng kanilang mga birth research from 2022 to 2023. And yes po, completed na, but it doesn't stop there. So we will be asking you to write a journal article or a summarized version of your research para po sa ultimate goal natin, which is to publish your research output in our Panagsukisok or the Research Journal of DepEd Region 1. Good morning po and mabuhay sa ating mga birth grantees. From 2022, we have Sir Renato Santillan, Sir Jose Bueno Jr., and Ma'am Sanyata Piano. And they are from Dagupan City and SDO Ilocos Sur. Good morning po. Yan. So, may I request din po sa our participants, mag-open po ng camera while I acknowledge your presence in this virtual platform. And we also have birth grantees from Alamina City. We have Mama Lovely Verceles and Ma'am Raquel Rivera. From Batak City, we have Sir Mark Fabian Vento. Hello po. And then from Candon City, we have Ma'am Maria Cecilia Mangay-Ayam, Sir Feljon Ragma, and Sir Mark Dexter Batin. And also, we have Sir Jose Valdez, Ma'am Melanie Manzano, Ma'am Aprilyn Grace Resonable, and Ma'am Blessy Barber. Ayan. Good morning po sa ating mga participants. Alright. And also from Candon City, Ma'am Fernalyn Galope. Hi, Ma'am. Ayan. Makikita-kita po tayo sa ating...
Hello, Ma'am. Good morning.
Alright. And we
Yes,
have...
Ma'am. Good morning po.
From Dagupan City as well, we have Ma'am Mary Ruth Limbos. Ayan. And from Ilocos Norte, we have Ma'am Abigail Natividad and Sir Elvis Aguliana. Good morning po. And from Ilocos Sur, we have Sir Nestor Heranya. Hello po, good morning po. And Sir Glenn Gira. And from also in Ilocos Sur, we have Sir Charles Salcedo, Ma'am Clarissa Fontanilla, and Sir Russell Fontanilla. We also have Ma'am Marisol Salvador and Ma'am Michelle Bello. Hello po, good morning. We also have from Ilocos Sur din po, Ma'am Lea Llanes and Ma'am Edlyn May Garcia. From SDO La Union, also will be our one of our evaluators is Sir Ryan Bill Cabading. Good morning po.
Morning po, ma'am. Morning po.
Ayan. And from Lawag City, we have Sir Virgilio Erickson Baptista, Ma'am Ame Rose Arieta, and Ma'am Florence May Tapawan. We also have Ma'am Rowena Lynn Marcos, Ma'am Ninya Cristina Matute, and Ma'am Jennifer Joyce Manuel. And good morning po, Lawag City. We also have from SDO1 Pangasinan, Ma'am Maria Criselda Ocang and Sir Roque Paikan. Good morning po, Ma'am Dang. Good morning, Sir Rax. Yan. And we also have Sir Hernando Abalos Jr. and Ma'am Jonisha Salayo. Also, we have Sir Geoffrey Gamata. Doble cara po, Sir Geoff, researcher, writer, and then our SEPs for Planning and Research.
Good morning, Ma'am Steph.
Hello po. Ayan. From Pangasinan 2, we also have Sir Jarwin Escalona. Ayan. And from San Carlos City, we have Sir Marlon Ecol and Ma'am Catherine Soriano. And Sir Christopher Pagdanganan. From San Fernando City, we have Sir Edmond Cabusura. And the action researchers, we have Ma'am Iris Bakiran, Ma'am Milagros Oligo, and Ma'am Janine May Oligo. From Vegan City, we have Sir Peter John Frial. Good morning po. From Sir Ricky Bosque and Ma'am Star Jewel Bisenyo. And we would also, hello sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Madibdib ang journal writing ito, sir. All right. And to acknowledge our SEPs for Planning and Research from Alameda City, we have Ma'am Diana Marie Wigwan. Hello po. From Datak City, we have Sir Edwin Tangolan. And from Candon City, Ma'am Mary Ann Suyaw. They are also our division research coordinators. From Dagupan City, we have Ma'am Maria Victoria Antonio. Ilocos Norte, Sir Rofelio Aguilar. From Ilocos Sur, si Ma'am Sanyata Empiano. From La Union, Ma'am Marie Rodora Roque. Hello po, ma'am. From Lawag City, Ma'am Vangeline Molina. And from Pangasinan 1, Sir Geoffrey Gamata. Pangasinan 2, we have Ma'am Cristina Daligcon. Hello, attorney. From San Carlos City, we have Sir Renante Camara. From San Fernando City, Sir Edmond Cabusora. And from Vegan City, we have Ma'am Aurelyn Fieldat. Also, from the technical working group, we will be joined by our esteemed panel of evaluators. We have the presence of Dr. Feljon Ragma from SDO Candon City, Dr. Glenn Gira from SDO Ilocos Sur, Dr. Ryan Bill Cabading from SDO La Union, and our regional education program supervisors, Dr. Melissa Del Prado of the Quality Assurance Division, Dr. Myla Villalicon of the Field Technical Assistance Division, and Dr. Leia Olwa from the PPRD. We would like to acknowledge the support also of our Regional Director, Sir Tolentino G. Aquino, and our Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Rhoda Razon, the chairperson of the Regional Research Committee. And of course, we are joined here in this platform by the co-chair of the Regional Research Committee, Dr. Cecilia P. Rosido of the Policy Planning and Research Division. Completing our technical working group is the RRC Secretariat, headed by the PPRD or the Policy Planning and Research Division. Yours truly po. With me is our planning officer, Sir Pedro Jose Codal, our statistician, Sir Joey M. Pimentel, good morning po, and our assistant admin, we have Ma'am Marian Lagera. Yan. Good morning po sa ating lahat. May I request po photo opportunity, kindly open po your cameras. Open cam po tayo mga kaibigan, mga ma'am and sir. Yan, for our attendance check na din. And again, thank you for joining us in this activity. Open cam po tayong lahat. Tingnan lang po. Alright, bilang po ako ng 3. 1, 2, 3. All that smile. Lipat lang po ako sa kabilang page at marami po tayong participants this morning. Again, thank you for being with us. Smile lang po tayo. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Sandali lang po. Ayan. Again, thank you po for your cooperation. And isang linggo or mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes po tayong magkakasama para po sa ating journal writing activity. And to give us a welcome remarks, an inspirational message, and also the purpose and mechanics of our activity, let us all welcome our Chief of the Policy Planning and Research Division, the co-chairperson of the Regional Research Committee, none other than Dr. Cecilia P. Rosido. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, Steph. Thank you so much, Steph. To our regional director and our assistant regional director, who were very supportive in all the endeavors of the PPRD. And right now, they are at the Palarong Pambansa because tomorrow will be the awarding ceremony. But even though they are not around, but if not for them, we will not be conducting this particular activity. To our SEPs for planning and research, who are really very supportive in this endeavor, because we will not be getting researchers from the different schools division if not for the intervention, for the intersession, and for the engagement of our SEPs for planning and research. Our resource speakers, and at the same time, they are also our evaluators. Dr. Feljon, Dr. Ryan Ville, Dr. Glennis Guerra, Dr. Leia, Dr. Myla, Dr. Melissa. I know that you will again be sharing your time and your expertise so that we will come up with a quality project that is really publishable. And they are at the future the future of our researchers in terms of how they're going to convert their completed research into a publishable one is really at ang future nila ay nasa inyong mga kamay, ating mga resource speakers, and at the same time our evaluators. Our researchers, I want to congratulate you for reaching this far, that you have already completed your research, and now you will again be forwarding to the next step, which is now the publishing of your research. And I think that is a very crucial part on your life as a researcher. To my PPRD family, to Dr. Leia, to Sir PJ, to Steph, our program owner, Sir Joey, Ma'am Marian, they are really very, very hardworking, and they are really very committed in all the tasks assigned to them. So to everyone, good morning. So we're here again for this journal writing one, and this is a 1 week activity wherein the first 3 days it's online. So we will be engaging with you online and through the Zoom, and then after that for the last 2 days we will be seeing each other face to face at NAIAP Region 1. So, my dear friends, research is very important. Every time we meet, we always emphasize that when we talk about research, we are promoting that particular culture in the department, because if we want to have a better, an effective, and efficient decision making, we always look into the results of our researches. And if we want to have a very good plan, and if we want to have a very good program design, we always look into the result of the researches as evidences so that we can come up with very good plans, very good program designs, and in short, we will come up with a very effective and efficient decision making. And so for this 5-day activity, what we're going to do is that we want you to convert your completed researches to research journal. And you know very well that our research journal is with an international, it has an ISSN, no? And this is accredited by the National Library of the Philippines. So legit po siya. It's a legitimate research journal. And so from there, how you're going to convert it, you're going to convert it into the MRAD format. Kasi yun po yung requirement, MRAD format. And you will expect that there will be suggestions and there will be comments that will be coming from the evaluators. And so you're going to incorporate all these things so that you can really convert it into an MRAD format, and you can really convert your completed research into a research article. Okay. So what will happen with this 5-day activity is that all of you will log on to the Zoom platform. I think all of you are already logged on this Zoom platform for the different sessions. And the different sessions includes the preliminaries, the guidelines on the forms that you will be using, and even the closing program. No, it's also a part where all of you will experience that. Now, after each guidelines, the WriteShop sessions will continue with the Messenger platform. So you, my dear researchers, with our resource speakers and evaluators, you will be engaging each other, you will be collaborating with each other using the Messenger platform. This is in terms of the submission, in terms of the attachment of your write-up, and there will be an observed prescribed time frame. Kasi ito nga po, this is only good for 5 days, so there is a need for us to prescribe a time frame when you're going to submit your output in the different phases of the session. So the Secretariat is the one responsible for downloading the outputs, and they will forward them to our panel of evaluators. So they will comment, as I have said a while back, they will comment, and they will also guide you. They will provide you technical assistance for that. And what they're going to do is they will put a side note on your outputs, and this should not be deleted by the researchers, by you. Shall not be deleted by you, my dear researchers. So please take note of that. Then the write-ups will be sent back to the researchers for revision and improvement. So upon incorporating the comments and suggestions of the evaluators will now decide if the corrections were subscribed to or not. And if it is already properly done, then the side notes are deleted. If not, more redirections will be given. So remember, yung sinabi ko kanina na shall not be deleted by the researchers. So it is only when the corrections are already properly done that the side notes are deleted. So please take note of that. Next, please. Are there other? Okay, so yan po yung mga magagandang picture ng ating mga, of course, kilala nyo na po sila. Their expertise, they've been there every time we do the the journal writing. And this is only the first phase, journal writing 1 pa po ito. So I wish you all good luck. I know that you can do it. Having reached this far, my dear researchers, you are very capable to you will be very capable to handle the challenges of journal writing 1. So once again, good morning.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cecil, for that message. And again, bawal po sa atin ang mahina ngayong journal writing season. Kasi po, again, this is a rigid write shop. You are expected to write at hindi po pwedeng ang simple ay pasado na. Kailangan yung standards ay talagang sinusunod natin. Lalo we have our esteemed panel of evaluators. Yan, let me introduce you to our evaluators. Mga kaibigan, mga ma'am and sir, sila po ay mga veterana na, kumbaga, and in the field of research, truly an expert. And they have been birth recipients for more than once. So some of them are more than twice, thrice, and even 4 times na po sila naging birth grantee. From the regional office, we have the presence here, andito rin po siya, of Dr. Leah L. Olwa, our Education Program Supervisor for the Policy, Planning, and Research Division. Yan. She will be one with you and also providing technical assistance sa pagsusulat po ng inyong mga research articles. And we also have Dr. Melissa Del Prado of the Quality Assurance Division. Yan. Si Ma'am Mel po ay matagal na din na kasama natin na nag-check at nag-evaluate ng mga journals. Umpisa pa yata nung nag-umpisa din ang birth at nagkaroon tayo ng journal write shop. Isa na rin po siya sa mga tumitingin ng inyong mga research articles. Even at the evaluation din po ng proposals ay nandun si Dr. Mel. Yan, we also have the presence here, nandito rin po siya, of Dr. Myla V. Lalicon. Ayan, more than thrice na rin po ang kanyang mga birth, ang kanyang mga research. At saka siya na rin po ay nag-umpisa sa action research hanggang sa nagtuloy-tuloy at nag-try mag-basic. At ito nga po, isa na rin siya sa ating mga evaluators. Yan, so from the Field Technical Assistance Division, from the Quality Assurance Division, and of course, from the Policy, Planning, and Research Division. And we have the lovely ladies. And of course, we also have the gentlemen. Our expert is a panel of expert actually is headed by the one and only Dr. Feljon G. Ragma from the SDO Candon City. Ayan. Siya po ay every year na po nating guest, and kapag ka nakapasa po kayo sa kanya ay talagang okay na po yung inyong papel. At wag lang sanang lumabas ang kanyang pagiging too strict kasi kailangan din po dahil nga we want nothing but the best for our research journal. With him is Dr. Glenn Gira from SDO Ilocos Sur. Hello po, Doc Glenn. Good morning. Yan, si Doc Glenn ay isa na rin pong suki ng birth at saka he knows his research at the back of his hand na po. Ayan. And joining us this season is Dr. Ryan Bill Cabading of SDO La Union. He is also the research coordinator in charge of San Juan District and also the president of the La Union Research Society. Good morning po, Sir Ryan. Marami po tayong tatrabahuhin ngayong week na ito. Thank you po for being with us. So those are our evaluators this journal write shop season, and hopefully they will be able to guide you in doing your in converting your completed research into journal articles. Hello po, Doc Felch. Good morning. So let us go to our activity proper. So dito po ay kinocompose ng lecture and write shop. Pero mas matindi po ang write shop kasi kaya nga po ito journal writing. Let me share to you what is to be expected of this activity. So, kunin ko po muna ang floor for the discussion of the format. Ito po ang and the expectations setting. Yan. So, this is an interactive regional write shop. So this is the initiative po of our chief of the PPRD na why not convert the completed research into research journal, and that it will be the contents of our refereed research journal. Again, as she mentioned, it is a National Library of the Philippines accredited journal po, kaya hindi siya basta-basta, and again, we only want what is best for the region. Now, this is open po tayo for any question and answer. Our GC, our group chat is open. Kindly PM me kung mayroon pong mga nandito sa platform at hindi pa po kasama doon sa ating GC, which is the BIRF 2023. Yan. So there will be virtual demonstration of how to write or how to format or what to ano na yan, kung ano yung ilalagay ninyo sa inyong mga papel. And there will always be a quality assurance of your final paper. Hindi po kasi lahat ay nakakapasa. Pero huwag naman po nating isarado ang ating mga pintuan dahil lahat po tayo ay hopeful na makapasa sa ating quality assurance. We will be quality assured manually and of course virtually. Meron po tayong mga paper rater na ginagamit at mga plagiarism checks and grammar checks, and also the plagiarism, yun nga po. Nandun na po kasi lahat pag sinabi sa paper rater. And paper trailing, you will be able to see kung paano yung progress ng inyong papel from title to abstract to introduction to method hanggang makarating po tayo ng conclusion. At makikita nyo po dyan, sabi nga sa ating mechanics ni ma'am, ay huwag tatanggalin ang inyong mga ang mga comments ng ating evaluators hanggat hindi nila nakikita na in-incorporate nyo yun sa inyong papel, ay sila lang po ang may karapatan na magtanggal noon. So you will be uploading your outputs. I-share ko po mamaya doon sa GC, and then i-download po and then put in yung correction and then upload din po ulit doon. Alright? And it will be a 10% talk and 90% write shop. Kaya konting pahapyaw lang po lecture, and then you will be the one to continue and to write your output. Sa inyo po manggagaling anything. Your output is solely dependent po on you. Okay? And kapag maganda po ang pagkakagawa, wala namang pang problema at ma-approve yan ng ating mga evaluators. And we expect that at the end of the workshop nga po, you will be able to write, to have the one completed output of your full research paper. Now, please take note of our format. Ito po ang sinusunod nating format sa ating panagsukisok or yung refereed research journal. Mga hindi po nakakakita, ito po ang ating panagsukisok. Yan, I have here a sample of our book. Ito po ay dugo at pawis ng ating mga researchers last year. At hopefully, kayo rin po, tayo po ay makagawa din ng sarili nating ganito this season naman. So, all research articles must be encoded in MS Word. MS Word po tayo, hindi po tayo PDF or other forms. So, MS Word. I hope all of you are well-versed with the MS Word. Page and height are stated should be 7.88 and with a width of 5.5. Bakit po ganyan? Nung umpisa po, actually, ang singlaki ng A4 ang ating panagsukisok, but our regional director said na maganda po sana kung pocket size. So kalahati po siya ng A4. Pocket size sa halimbawa nasa travel tayo or nasa ibang lugar, pwede po natin buklatin ang mga research ng ating mga co-writers in Region 1 in a smaller and more convenient form. So kaya po siya nagbagong anyo, and hopefully this season magbabago na rin po ang ating cover page ng ating panagsukisok. And margins should be 0.5 inches at all sides. So 0.5 lang po, maliit lang po to give emphasis dun sa nilalaman talaga ng ating journal. And font size should be 10. Font style times New Roman. right? And a maximum of 20 pages. Opo, pagkakasyahin po natin siya sa 20 pages. So, ganito lang po kaliit. Kung ang inyo pong output, research output, completed output ay nasa 150 pages, i-condense po natin siya sa 20 pages lang. Bakit? Siyempre, summarized version. At saka, we make sure na all of the important ideas and all important findings would be summarized into these 20 pages. Opo, 20 pages. Yan. And single space po siya. Kung nasanay tayo sa ating research na double space, single space na lang po siya. And left and right justified. Right? And for the title, the first page contains the title. It should be all caps and bold and centered. It is in the inverted pyramid form and ideally 2 lines only. Ideally a maximum of 12 major words. And after one horizontal line created using underscoring, mamaya po baka maipakita po kasi may demonstration po mamaya paano magkaroon ng underline or underscore doon sa after the title. Okay? And generally, past tense. Kung sa research po natin ay nag-past tense tayo and yung iba ay doon sa ating mga work plans ay naka-future, dito po sa ating journal, naka-past tense na po siya kasi tapos na po tayong lahat. Now, this is an example of the title. Ganyan po ang ating initial na output for this day. Send ko rin po sa inyo yung matrix para po makita ninyo kung paano yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating activity this morning. Please PM me sa mga wala pa po doon sa ating GC Birth 2023. Paki-message po ako. So, makikita nyo dito, we only have 2 lines in the inverted pyramid. So, wearing the new normal mask, teachers' challenges and successes amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So, inverted pyramid, wala pong hanging na mga prepositions doon sa ating first line. And as much as possible, 2 lines. 3 lines po kapag masyadong marami na. And all caps po, nakita nyo, centered, bold. Ayan. And for the authors, all caps din po, centered na naka-bold. Yung end, kung 2 or more authors kayo, maliit na letters. And then, your division or your school po, school. And then sa ibaba po, ay yung inyong address ng inyong school. Yan. School. Address ng school. Alright. So, that goes for the formatting. Send ko rin po sa inyo yung format para mas madali nyo rin po makita doon po sa GC natin. And I will be creating a Google Drive for you to upload your output. Doon nyo po i-upload sa Google Drive. Send ko rin po sa GC para po madaling mahanap. Kasi it has been a tradition na sa Messenger siya. Pero mahirap po kasing mag-scroll back. Kaya doon na po tayo sa Google Drive. So OneDrive. Okay? In DepEd, we use OneDrive. Okay? Kaya lang, nawawala po doon kasi ang mga references. Kaya what you will do is upload your article and then we will the evaluators will download it and then i-check po nila and then we will send it, they will upload it back doon po sa drive. Okay? So, magkaroon po tayo ng uniform na file name. Halimbawa, yung JW1, yun po yung umpisa. JW1, which is yung journal writing 1, underscore yung apelyido nyo po. Ngayon, paano kapag may apelyido kayo, may kaapelyido kayo, lagyan nyo na lang din po ng pangalan. So, apelyido, and then space, yung pangalan nyo, and then space, ano yung part na yon, halimbawa, title or abstract. Okay, yung pinapacheck nyo po. Pwedeng title and abstract. Yan. So, JW1, space, yung inyong surname, and then yung name, and then yung abstract or title or methods or ganyan. Alright? So, ganun po. Isasend ko po sa GC kung saan nyo isasend yung output ninyo para po madaling makita ng ating mga evaluators. So, pag-upload nyo po doon, i-check nila and then mag-a-upload din po ulit sila ng bagong file kung saan makikita nyo po doon yung kanilang mga comments. Pwede nyo pong i-download ulit yun. So, upload, download po. Hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-edit doon mismo sa inyong sa OneDrive kasi nga po may mga mawawalang mga features ng inyong article para kaya po tayo upload and download. Yun po ang sistema natin. Maganda, gagamitin lang po natin yung OneDrive para madali nating makita kung saan doon yung inyong mga output na. Hindi na po tayo mag-scroll sa Messenger. But all announcements, syempre, sabi nga ni ma'am, lahat ng magiging announcements or mga important reminders ay nandun pa rin po sa GC natin. Kaya please PM me kung sino po yung mga wala pa sa GC. Alright, with that, that ends my talk on the format of the research journal. Ito po. Kailangan po natin magkaroon ng ganito. Para naman po hindi lang nasa cabinet ang ating mga birth research, may distributed po ito in the entire region. Okay, and this is accredited by the National Library of the Philippines. Meron po siyang ISSN number. Ayan. So, with that, I will be giving the floor to one of our evaluators and speakers with his talk on the title and abstract. Ayan. May I give the virtual platform and call on the seasoned and the strict. But pagka nakuha nyo naman po yung maganda talaga niyang aura at saka maganda talaga yung pagkakagawa nyo ng inyong research ay napakabait naman po. Wag lang sanang lalabas ang kanyang dragon ka ngayon, Doc Welch. Ayan. Ladies and gentlemen, from SDO Candon City, their Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Feljon G. Ragma. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. Ayan. Please allow me to share my presentation. Steph, is it being shown?
Yes po. We can see the title page.
And the audible naman ako, ano?
Opo, naririnig po.
Okay. So good morning to everyone. As mentioned by Stephanie, I will be talking on the preliminaries of our research article because the objective of our workshop is to convert our full-blown papers into research articles which are publishable and accredited by our peer reviewers who are research experts of the field. We begin with our general formatting. Nasabi na ito ni Steph, but I would just like to emphasize 4 things, the one in yellow. To our participants, you may have a screen grab of this, also give our participants sample article published already in our Penagsukeso, an action research and basic research for the consumption of our researchers. So for the font size, sabi kanina ni Ma'am Stephanie, it's generally 10 ang size niya. But when we have our APA table, I suggest that the font size to be used inside the table would be 8. Please do take note of that. Yung maximum of 20 pages, tama si Stephanie dito, actually, the maximum number of pages is supposed to be 15. Pero dahil merong output ang ating mga basic researches, we are extending it until 20 pages. So if your research article is more than 20 pages, we have to trim down some of the parts na nandoon sa atin. Now, how do we trim them down? Usually, ang mahaba sa ating mga research articles ay ating introduction. We are asking everyone to write only the introduction as direct as possible. So, maximum of 1 page lang sana ang introduction or even shorter. So, the one in charge to talk about introduction will definitely give you the general and specific guidelines on how to write our introduction, the research article way. Our page layout should supposed to be set to 0. Later on, I will have a demonstration via the Word on how to set everything to the correct standard guidelines for research articles, because the PPRD Secretariat, headed by Dr. Stephanie, shall now be the one in charge to check on the formatting para ang tignan ng mga evaluators ay ang content ng inyong paper. Sabi kanina ni Stephanie, napaka-strict ko daw. Yes, I am very strict, particularly on methodology and content. Kasi po, hindi naman po tayo ang magbibigay ng approval kung ma-approve ang paper natin for publication or hindi. Because by phase 2, we are already inviting our research experts from top universities in the Philippines, and they will be judging whether our research is publishable or not. At dalawa lamang po ang kanilang decision dyan. Either it's passed or it's failed. So ayoko naman po na ang ipapasa natin sa kanila ay panay fail. That is why at the phase 1, we have to be very, very strict. And we have to really follow our standards so that we can pass also their high standards. Now, as mentioned, generally passes ang gagamitin natin, and we will follow the IMRAD or the IMPAD format. For quantitative research, we follow the IMRAD format. So the introduction, methodology, results, and discussion. But if your study is qualitative, it is IMPAD. The results will now be changed to findings. So what if our research is making use of a mixed methodology or a mixed kind of research? It now depends on the more dominant data. For example, if your research is both quanti and quali, but the more domineering data is quanti, you may make use of IMRAD. Otherwise, you make use of the IMPAD format. Moving forward, these are now the general parts of our format. Please have a screen grab of this, our dear researchers, so that you will be guided as to how to write the parts of your action research. This is now the parts required of you when writing your action research or your basic research. We begin with the action research. We will have the title, the abstract, the introduction, the research questions, the methodology. Under the methodology would include research design, participants, intervention, instrumentation and data collection, analysis, results, and findings. If it's either quanti or quali, then discussion, conclusions, and references. Now, when we write our research article, we will not write it in full blast. We will have the piecemeal system, meaning by parts po tayo. So after our talk, title and abstract, you will now be asked to write your output. Then the moment your output passes the scrutiny of our expert evaluators at saka ang ating online checkers, that is the only time we will have the talk on introduction. And that is the only time you will be allowed to write your introduction. Ganun po ang sistema natin. Hindi po natin susulatin lahat ng ito. It will be part by part in short. Okay? So, ito po ang part ng ating action research. So, as sabi ko kanina, Dr. Stephanie will have to send you a full article ng action research at saka basic research sa ating GC para ma-print nyo yon, para meron po kayong basis kung paano nyo i-format ng ating research. Okay? Perhaps at this moment, Dr. Stephanie is already trying to send you a PDF version of the articles that we had in the past years. For the basic research, parehas lang naman po sila. Ang pinagkaiba lang po ay yung intervention sa action research, iibahan natin ng output formulation. Ang tanong po, ang mga quantitative research, expected na meron silang output. Ang mga mixed research, expected din na meron silang output, particularly if the more dominant data is quantitative research. Ngayon, if your research is pure qualitative research, hindi po natin nire-require ang output sa ating mga pure qualitative research. Ang nire-require po natin sa kanila ay ang kanilang thematic diagram or ang kanilang thematic representation that will actually give us the summary of the themes na meron. So hopefully, ang ating mga qualitative research na nag-quali ay maipakita sa amin yon para hindi tayo magka-problema. Now, also, ang pinaka-rigorous dito sa lahat ng parts na ito is actually the methodology. If there is no a problem on methodology, mahihirapan po tayong i-revise ang ating mga papers. Sa other parts, pwede pang i-revise ang mga yan. But if there is something wrong in the methodology or in the implementation of our research paper, medyo magkakaproblema po tayo if ever. Now, if ever you already have a hint na meron ng problema sa ating methodology, please try to PM me. Ma'am Stephanie will be the bridge over troubled water to connect the researcher to me para mabigyan natin ng personal or individualized TA. And then you will have here, at dito sa after ng discussion, meron pong output. Kailangan pong maipresenta yung output ng ating research which is now validated and which is also implemented. Kasi ang ating mga basic research, it is required that the output is implemented. Okay po? And then for the references, later on, pag-uusapan po natin kung i-implement na ba natin ang 2017 or 2016. But as of the moment, okay pa ang 2016 na references. Later on, perhaps we can have a training on the 2017 kasi meron ng MS Word na meron ng 2017 APA format capability. So meron na tayong update galing sa MS Word using Mendeley site. So nag-update na ang MS Word, hindi na siya 2016, meron ng 2017. Okay?
Ay, Doc Felch, matatouch yan ni Doc Glenn sa kanyang talk bukas.
Yeah. Hopefully, kung hindi pa naman okay, 2016 okay pa naman. But for the next years, this year, sana 2017 na tayo. Okay?
Noted po. Opo.
Okay. Now, eto binanggit na kanina ni Stephanie on the title, but I would just like to emphasize the following. Now, the title would be in all capital letters. It's bold, centered, in inverted pyramid. Alam na natin yan. Ang gusto ko lang i-emphasize po dito ay yung making use of the word and. Pagdadalawa lang po kayo mga kasama, use the word AND, ANDN. Pag more than 2, yung dalawang pangalan na nauna, gumamit po kayo ng semicolon. Pag 4 po kayo, semicolon. Pero yung last 2 names, ang gagamitin nyo po doon ay and. Okay po? Nakakaintindihan po tayo. I-demo po natin mamaya on how to do that. Now, for the work address, pag iisa lamang ang school ninyo, okay na yon. Pag hindi kayo pare-parehas ng school, ay kung ano po ang entry ng inyong pangalan, yun din po ang entry ng inyong work address. Okay? Ganun po. And then we have a line separator. Later, I will demonstrate on how the line separator can be generated by the MS Word. Okay? And then for the action research, AR, specificity of the problem being addressed and solution should be reflected. Ang dalawang major elements ng action research ay yung problem at saka yung solution. So kailangan ma-reflect po doon ng ating action research. For the basic research, the output is actually a requirement. So this is an example of a title formatted, yung pinakita kanina ni Ma'am Stephanie. The title is inverted pyramid. Ito po kasi ay pure quali, kaya wala pong required na output. Pag pure quali po siya, it is required na yung title ng research natin ay medyo melodramatic. Kasi yun po ang separation line ng quantitative sa qualitative research. Now, if it is a quantitative research at basic research siya, merong output sa dulo. If it is an action research, dalawa lang po ang pwedeng makita doon. Yung problem ni na-address at saka yung intervention. And then, one space, single space, yung pangalan po ng author. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pag dalawa pong authors, separator and end. Ngayon po, pag meron pong pangatlo, ito po yung una ay semicolon tapos end po doon sa last. Ayan. Now, kung hindi po kayo parehas ng station, pwede nyo pong i-slash yung isang workplace, indicating that the first half is of the first author and the second half is of the second author. Kung meron pong pangatlong author, i-slash nyo din po sila. Ngayon po mga kasama, halimbawa, yung author diyan, noong panahon na sinusulat ninyo ay nandun pa sa isang school. Tapos ngayong write shop na ito ay na-transfer na sa ibang station. Halimbawa, na-promote sa division office. Ano po ba ang gagamitin ninyo? Ang gagamitin nyo po kung yung panahon na nasulat nyo siya at doon pa lang yung author na yon, yung researcher na yon, yun po yung original na gagamitin ninyo. Kung kailan po na-approve yung inyong proposal. Halimbawa po, galing po ako ng school, nung na-promote po ako for example, ang gagamitin ko pa lang po ngayon nung proposal ako nung nandun ako sa school. Para po magkaroon tayo ng idea. Okay, then there is now a line separator separating the title and then the abstract. Okay, now before we go to this abstract, I would just like to give a demonstration on the Microsoft Word formatting para parehas po tayo ng ating format. So mag-unshare po muna ako nito. Ayan. And then new share. Okay. Steph, Microsoft Word ba ang nai-represent?
Yes po, opo.
Okay. So this is now your title. For example, the title is, you write your title in all capital letters and have it bold. Okay? And then, susunod po nito, may space. Halimbawa, after ng title, may space po siya. Isang space lang po. And then your name. And then your station. Ayun po, I would just like you to press on your Microsoft Word, Control-A. Pag Control-A, sinelect po niya lahat-lahat po yan. Pag punta po kayo sa inyong layout, pwede niyo na pong i-calibrate yung inyong margins according sa sinabi ni Stephanie kanina. Ayan. Kung inches po yung inyong laptop, inches po ang gamitin po natin. Pag centimeters po ang ginagamit natin. Ano na ang format natin sa margins pag inches, Stephanie? In all sides ay?
0.5 po, sir.
Okay, 0.5. Ngayon, ano po ba ang 0.5 inches sa centimeters? Ngayon, hindi ko na alam ang mag-math. Ano ba ang 0.5 inches sa centimeters? Wait lang, i-convert natin. 0.5 inches to centimeters, that will be 1.27 centimeters. So punta lang po kayo sa margins at ilagay nyo po yung 1.27 centimeters in all sides. Kailangan nyo pong i-format ng ito kasi kapag hindi po ito na-format pag nag-submit kayo sa amin, hindi po namin ito gagalawin kasi format muna ang i-check bago po ang content. Okay, so pag ganyan, naayos na lahat ng margins po natin. Tama po, yung title, yung inyong pangalan, at saka yung inyong workstation. Ngayon po, since itong dalawang pong ito ay nasa center ng page, we have to go now to home and press center. Ayan. So naka-1 na siya. Take note, hindi naka-highlight pa yung buong paper kasi nagpo-format pa tayo. Now, under the layout, maglagay po kayo doon sa spacing, dito po sa baba. Yung spacing, originally kapag ang MS Word ninyo ay yung latest, ang default count ng after spacing niya ay 10. Ngayon po, kapag 10 po yan, ganito po ang spacing ng inyong paper. Ngayon po, we need to have a layout of 0 point. Kaya ito po, i-highlight po natin 0. Even yung before spacing, dapat po 0 po lahat ang mga ito so that we can maximize the entire space of your research article. Okay po? Now, kailangan po natin yan ng separator. Ngayon, at the end of your workstation, isang enter lang po and then maglagay po tayo ng underscore na kahit 3 lang. Ganyan. Yan po yung underscore. Ngayon po, how do we create a bold separator for that? Mag-enter lang po tayo at yung pong ating MS Word, siya na po ang gagawa ng line separator na hinahanap natin. Ulitin po natin yung mga kasama ha. yung station, yung last word ng inyong division, for example, mag-enter po tayo, and then shift underscore or underscore, maglagay lang po tayo ng kahit 3 or 4 na lines, and then after nun, maglagay po tayo, mag-press po tayo ng enter. Automatic pong mag-create yung ating MS Word ng ating line separator. And then, when we now write the abstract, we now shift to left justified. Isulat po natin yung word na abstract sa baba ng line. Okay po? And then when we write the abstract, it is bold, yung header. And then we press indentation para kapag nagsulat na po kayo ng inyong article, diretso na po yan sa pagsusulat. Ngayon, natapos na po natin ang ating abstract. For example, sa baba ng abstract ay ang ating keywords. So maglalagay po tayo ng keywords na 6. 6 po ang nilalagay po natin. Ngayon, pagkatapos ng keywords, maglalagay na naman po tayo ng line separator katulad ng ginawa natin sa abstract. So, again, ulitin po natin yung ginawa natin. At the end of the last word, maglalagay po tayo ng line separator. Paano na po ulit yun? Underscore na 3 or 4 na lines. And then we just press enter at siya na po ang gagawa ng ating abstract. And then, pagkatapos po, doon na po tayo magsusulat ng ating paper, introduction. Ayan. So kapag diniscuss po ito ng ating speaker, Dr. Gira, I believe, susundan niyo po yung formatting kung paano magsulat ng introduction, paano yung format at saka layout ng paper para masundan po natin. Para hindi na po yung ating layouting ang ating sinusundan. Okay? I hope you were able to get that. The PPRD Secretariat can help all evaluators in ensuring that the format is properly followed by all our participants. Okay, so yun po yung ating general formatting ng ating title. Now, allow me to continue our session on the abstract. Now, from all the parts of our research article, napaka-importante po ng ating abstract because when someone reads our research article, hindi naman niya po binabasa lahat-lahat ng ating laman ng research paper as to ano kaya ang result ng research na ito? Ano kaya ang ginawa niya? The only thing that the reader rather will read is the abstract. Kaya kailangan yung ating abstract ay punong-puno ng laman. And take note, kahit na punong-puno siya ng laman, we are only allowed to write the abstract in a maximum of 250 words. Doon po sa ating MS Word, pwede pong bilangin yan ng ating MS Word kung ilang pong words ang na-encode na natin sa ating abstract. Sa baba po ng ating screen sa MS Word, meron pong word counter doon at malalaman po natin kung ilan ng words doon sa baba. Doon po sa, kung i-open po natin yung ating MS Word, sa baba po, bottom portion, sa baba po ng page 1 of 1, meron pong word counter doon. Malalaman po niya doon.
Dok, kasama na dun yung articles,
Yes,
The,
kasama
at,
yung articles. Tama. Yun palang title, yung title niya ay maximum of 15 words. Okay. Ngayon, doon sa 15 words, ang counting doon ay yung mga major words lang. Hindi kinakount ang preposition at saka conjunctions. So, doon sa counting ng title ay yun lang major words ang kinakount. Pero dito sa abstract, lahat ng words, major word ba yan or minor word ba yan, preposition man yan or simple na article, binibilang sa 250 words. Okay. Now, in writing the abstract, for example, meron na tayong horizontal line kanina, yung ating abstract rather, ay left and right justified siya. It is not indented nor italicized. Wala pong nag-italicize na part, doon lang po sa subhead and yung title lamang po ng ating mga tables. And then sentence case po at saka bold ang ating abstract. Yung header niya. Yung header, Ang capital letter lang po ay yung A. Kaya po nang in-encode ko po kanina. Ano po ang content ng ating abstract? It is only one paragraph. Take note po ha, one paragraph lamang po siya. Ngayon, maximum of 250 words. May I ask, Ma'am Stephanie, meron ba tayong research article na Filipino ngayon? Meron ba tayong research article na Filipino?
Filipino, meron po. Mag-send.
Ilan sila, ma'am? Mga tatlo?
Meron naman 3, sir.
Okay. Kasi yung mga Filipino na researches, meron po tayong susundan din na accepted na translation ng ating mga parts. Hindi po kayo ang magbibigay ng inyong sariling translation, kundi yun pong sinusunod natin na format. Magbibigay din ng sample na format si Ma'am Stephanie ng accepted na Filipino parts po natin. Kasi baka iba-iba po yung nilagay natin na translation ng ating mga parts. Okay? Ngayon, doon po sa ating abstract, maximum of 250 words lang po siya. Ang unang line po ay ang ating situationer or situationer. Susundan po ng situationer ay yung objective. So kailangan po malaman po natin bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng research na yon, and that will now be answered by the situationer, then followed by the abstract. And then after which, the respondents or the participants. Ngayon po, technical research writing would say na kapag survey ang inyong ginamit na research, respondents po ang correct na term doon. Okay? Kapag po qualitative research siya, specifically qualitative, purely qualitative, ang ating gagamitin na word ay hindi po respondents. Ang gagamitin po natin ay informants. Nakakaintindihan po tayo? So kapag po survey ang ginamit natin, respondents, because they respond to the questionnaire. Kapag po qualitative research, they are informants because they give us information through our interview. Now, paano ko po pag action research? Ang ginagamit po na word ay participants because they participate in the action that you are using. Maliwanag po ano? Pag pure survey po or respondents, pag po action research participants, pag po qualitative research informants. Okay? And then you also mentioned your instrument, the tool that you use, and then the data analysis or the treatment that you use. Ayan. So, hopefully, ang makita po natin dito ay mean, ang makikita po natin dito ay t-test, or pwede rin po yung ating mga counterpart ng ating t-test, yung ating mga non-parametric test, yung ating mga Kruskal-Wallis, yung ating mga iba pang counterpart ng ating t-test, ng ating Pearson R, yung Spearman, yung counterpart ng ating ANOVA, Mancova, lahat po doon ay makikita. Ngayon po, hopefully, there is nothing wrong in the utilization of your statistical tools kasi allowed naman po kayong magpa-consult sa statistician or mga experts in research data analysis. So kapag kailangan po ng ating research ay non-parametric ang gamitin based on the test, yun po ang gagamitin natin. Kapag parametric naman po ang gagamitin natin, kailangan din po, meron din po tayong pruweba na naka-append sa inyong research na ang inyong data ay really subjecting to parametric or non-parametric test. So kung medyo alam natin ang ating data at magaling tayo sa statistics, wala naman po tayong problema dyan. But after my talk at medyo ninenervyos na kayo, ano kayong sinasabi ni Sir na parametric at non-parametric test, you may just PM Ma'am Stephanie para matulungan po namin kayo on how to do it. And then data gathering procedures, how did you do or collect your data? For example, sinabi po ninyo na ang ginamit ninyong sampling ay systematic sampling. So, kailangan ma-explain nyo dito kung ano ang systematic sampling. Kung ang ginamit nyo naman ay stratified sampling, paano ba kayo nag-stratify? Ganun po. Kung ang ginamit niyo naman po sa qualitative research ay purposive sampling, paano ba kayo nag-establish ng purpose? Pag ang ginamit niyo naman ay halimbawa quota sampling, paano kayo nagkaroon ng quota sampling? So kailangan i-explain niyo po ng mabuti kung paano ito nagawa. Kasi abstract pa lang, makikita na ng mga readers natin, especially our evaluators, could already see and evaluate if your paper has something wrong in your entire article. So data gathering po, itong abstract pa lang, makita ko na on the spot kung merong mali doon sa inyong research. Kasi the abstract could already give us a diagnosis of what your research is all about. Ayan. And then after which na the findings, conclusions, and the recommendations. Your full-blown paper can give you an enumeration of findings, conclusions, and recommendations. Since ito lang yung abstract, ang kailangan lang na ilalagay natin dito ay yung major finding, yung major conclusion, and then the major recommendation. Now, this is an example of an abstract. Okay? Ayan. So, the COVID-19 pandemic, this is now the situationer. This phenomenological study is now the design of the research. And then, susunod po yung objective nandyan na is to explore the lived experiences. And then we have the informants as the participants. The instrument is actually using the interview guide. And then the data gathering procedures, eto na, ginagamit na yung semi-structured interview guide. Yan. And then yung findings, nandito na yung findings, yung conclusions, and then the recommendations. And the 6 keywords we are requiring you to indicate. Now, the 6 keywords have to be related to the research conducted. Ang ginagawa po ng mga researchers natin na medyo hindi pumapasa ay ganito. Halimbawa, self-learning module ang ginamit nila. Ngayon, sabi ng evaluator, sabi ko, make it 6 words. Ang ginagawa po ng mga nagsusulat ay self-learning, comma, 1 word, learning module, comma, tapos yung SLM, another comma. So yung self-learning module, ginawa nga nilang 3 words. Self-learning module at saka yung abbreviation ng SLM. Hindi po yon taken as 3 words, kundi taken po yon as 1 word because self-learning module is 1 entity. Okay po. So wag niyo pong gagawin yon. Okay? Ngayon, when you write the abstract, it is emphasized, particularly in quantitative research, dapat meron pong naka-reveal dito na numerical coefficients. Meron po dapat numerical coefficients dito. Meaning, kung na-compute nyo po yung validity, yung mean, or yung p-value, i-reflect nyo po dito para malaman na kung ano na yung result ng inyong research. Nakakaintindihan po tayo. So hopefully, makakita po kami ng magandang abstract so that we can give you already a passing score for the abstract pa lang. Now, for the basic research, include in the abstract your output, and then for the action research, include the intervention in the abstract. So pag basic research ka na quanti at saka mix, i-introduce mo yung output. Kapag naman action research, i-introduce mo yung intervention na ginamit mo because these are now the distinct features of an action and basic research respectively. It also need 6 keywords, naka-highlight po yan. Pakibilang po natin kung yung keywords natin are 6 or hindi. Then, yan po. Now, in-explain na po natin kanina na this is a workshop or a write shop. Mas madami po ang write shop natin kumpara sa talk. Kaya the first session is already ended. Ang unang workshop natin ay magko-commence na the moment that I end our session and we end the Q&A. Kasi I will invite for questions so that unang-una pa lang we can already clarify cobwebs and some questions. Now, dito po sa abstract natin, in the checking, our internal evaluators, both from the region and the one who are invited, will manually check your paper. Ang gagawin po nila, they will check yung evaluators at saka pag pumasa po sa kanilang mga evaluators, saka po pupunta po sa akin para po makita kung pasado na talaga or hindi. The moment that we say it passed the manual checking, that is the only time you go for the online assessment. Ito pong online assessment, magbibigay po ng online rating ang ating mga website. Ang una pong pupuntahan po natin yung paperrater.com. Pakipicture nyo po ito mga kasama kasi ito po yung website na pupuntahan natin at ide-demo ko later on. Ang una pong gagawin po natin ay yung paperrater.com. Ayan, hopefully you are getting a screen grab of this. Susunod po yung small seotools.com. Paki-screen grab na po natin sila. So I repeat po, ang quality assurance po ng ating workshop begins with manual checking of our internal evaluators. Pinakita po kanina ni Dr. Stephanie yung ating 6 na mga evaluators na magtutulong-tulong in evaluating your output. After they check, that is the time it reaches me and ako po ang magsasabi kung pang online QA na siya or hindi pa. Okay. Ngayon, since na-discuss ko na yung ating small SEO tools and paperrater.com, I would like that this be introduced to all of you. Okay. So, this is now... Okay. Yeah. I am sharing to you paperrater.com. Ayan. So punta po kayo sa website, sa ating search bar, paperrater.com. So simply type paperrater.com. Isang word lang po yan, wala pong space. Ayan. Please screenshot po kung paano. Ayan. Paperrater.com. Once you enter, ito po ang part niya. Ito po yung ating environment of the paperrater.com. Okay po? Pwede niyo pong puntahan, pwede niyo pong i-type sa inyong cellphone para alam niyo po kung correct or hindi. Okay, now, dito po sa paperrater, you please just go to this, use now for free. At below it, yan. Pwede niyo pong i-copy-paste or i-upload yung file po ninyo ng abstract. Halimbawa po, meron po kayong nasusulat dito na nasulat nyo na po yung abstract ninyo, ipi-paste nyo lang po dito. So hanap lang po tayo ng abstract natin. Okay. Yung mga habang naghihintay po, hanap po kayo ng inyong i-indicate. Ayan. Okay, so nag-copy-paste po ako ng research article hanggang keywords. Okay, ayan po. So dito nag-copy-paste po ako, ipi-paste ko po dito, ayan. So ito po yung buong abstract hanggang sa keywords. And then nakalagay po dito, select the education level of this paper's author. Kapag single author ka, kung ano po ang pinakamataas na degree ninyo, yun po ang ilagay ninyo. So grade 1 hanggang sa doctorate or postgraduate degree. Yan po. Ngayon po, pag tatlo po kayo or tatlo po kayo sa inyong research, kung sino po ang may pinakamataas na degree, siya po ang masusunod. Halimbawa, yung isa po ay doctorate degree, yung dalawa po ay may master's degree. Ang masusunod po yung pinakamataas ang kanyang degree. Paliwanag po. And then select the type of paper you are submitting. It is actually a research paper. And then plagiarism detection, don't skip, but we include it. Ayan. And then we just check this, that you agree with the terms and conditions. Ganun po. Yan. Ngayon po, when we click on this, ibibigay na niya po yung report. Ngayon po, ang ating passing rating ay 90A. 90A. So pag ang grade po ninyo ay 92, pasado po yon. Pag ang grade po ninyo ay 94, pasado po yon. Sir Escalona, i-answer na lang po namin yung question na yan later on, yung nakalagay sa ating GC. Para matapos lang po itong, we will open po ang session natin for Q&A. Okay? And then, kapag ang grade po ninyo ay 90B, hindi yun po passing. Failed po yun. Kasi ang ating letter, coefficient ay A, hindi po B. So pag ang grade po ninyo ay 76, hindi po yun passing. Madami po siyang ibibigay. Okay. Kaya kapag okay na po, I'll just click on Get Report. Depende po sa ating internet speed, ipaprocess po ng ating paper rater yung ating article. Sana maganda po ang pagkakasulat nito at kailangan po magaling tayo sa transitional devices, sa pagpili ng ating words, sa paggamit ng ating correct words, diction ang katawag dyan. Ngayon, we check on this. Dito po sa baba, meron po tayong tinatawag na printable summary report. We just click on that. Ayan, ibibigay na po ni paper rater ang ating score per area. Hindi po ito hinuhulaan lang ni paper rater. Meron po siyang criteria of evaluation. Ngayon, for originality, wow, 100%. Kaya maganda po yan. Dapat po ang plagiarism natin ay 100%. Hindi po bababa doon. Spelling, wala naman pong wrong sa spelling, wala rin pong wrong sa grammar natin, wala rin pong wrong sa ating word choice. Ngayon po, meron po itong barometer of colors. Kapag po dito sa gitna, yung medyo orange, medyo nasa middle lang po yung ating kakayahan. Kapag po sa baba, lalo pag sa red, medyo mababa ang ating rating. Pag tumaas po siya on the 4th level green, medyo okay. Pero mas okay kapag dito sa 5th level. Ngayon, ano ang basis? Ano po ang gamit ng paglagay ng doctorate degree at mga kwan? Kasi po, may binabagayan pong salita ang mga naka-doctorate degree at naka-high school graduate. Halimbawa po, ang natutunan po natin ng elementary ay big. Yung word po na big na yon ay appropriate lamang po sa level na yon. Pero pag habang tumataas po ang ating age at tumataas din po ang ating professional credentials, sana tumataas din ang ating word choice. So ano po ba yung mga pwede natin gamitin in terms of big sa ating level? Yun po ang kine-create or ine-evaluate ng ating word choice. Ayan. Yung style of writing natin, gagamit po tayo ng transitional phrases gaya ng in addition, additionally, supplementary to this, mga ganyan, para konektado yung ating one sentence to the other sentences. Ang tawag po kasi doon in English ay coherence, yung pagkakatugma, yung pagkakahabi-habi ng ating mga salita. Ayan, so yung article na nilagay ko ay medyo nasa gitna. Okay? And then style, and then readability, passive voice. Now, there are two voices in English language, yung active voice and yung passive voice. Ang nire-require po ng ating research article ay active voice, meaning the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action. Pwede naman po ang passive voice pero ilimitahan po natin siya kasi pag may passive voice po, bababa po ang ating rating. And then sentence beginnings, dapat po kapag nag-start tayo ng the at saka yung susunod na sentence na naman natin ay the, yung susunod na sentence na naman natin ay the, ibig sabihin repetitive sentence beginnings po ang mga ito. Mababa po ang ating rating kapag ganyan ang mangyayari. Okay? So i-compute din niya kung ilan ang adjective, ilan ang adverb, ilan ang preposition. Kaya magaling yung ating online checker kasi na-check niya. And then vocabulary words, ayan, 98%. And then ang ating grade, ayan, dito po sa pinakababa ay 94A. O, di ba? Ngayon, mataas po ba yung 94A? Ina-accept po ba natin ito? Yes. Kasi ang ating passing rating ay 90A, 90A lang. Ang grade nito ay 94A. So, ibig sabihin, pasado siya sa ating manual check. Ang gagawin lang po natin dito mga kasama when we submit our abstract is, when you are allowed to submit your abstract, i-screenshot lang po natin itong part na ito at ika-copy-paste po natin ito sa baba ng ating abstract para makita po ng ating mga evaluators. Pero po, ito po ang sinasabi ko ha, wag po muna tayong mag-online evaluator kapag hindi pa nagbibigay ng go signal si ating expert evaluator. Yan po yung una, yun pong paper rater. Ngayon po, pupunta po tayo sa second na online tool. Ang tawag po doon ay the SEO tools. Punta po ulit kayo sa ating search bar at i-encode po yung small seotools.com. Ayan. Bibigyan ko po kayo ng 30 seconds para makita nyo po o ma-screenshot nyo po yung ating website. Small seotools.com. Okay? Ngayon po, kapag na-search nyo na po yan at i-enter nyo po, this is the environment that will appear on your screen. Explore lang po tayo konti. Ayan. Pag okay na, ito po yung mga application na available sa Small SEO Tools. May plagiarism checker. You are also given an AI tool to rewrite your entire article. Halimbawa po, hindi po pumapasa kay online paper rater yung article ninyo. Pwede pong i-convert nyo yung sentence na yon dito sa article writer at siya po ang magbibigay ng sentence. Tutulong po siya. Ngayon po, pag hindi po tayo magaling masyado sa grammar, pwede rin pong i-check yung grammar natin gamit ng AI tool. Halimbawa po, sabi ko po sa inyong pangalawang sentence ay check grammar. Pwede nyo pong itong i-check. Actually, yung MS Word niyo is capable to also detect errors in your sentences. And then, there's also a word counter there and a spell checker. Ayan. Then, you are also given a paraphrasing tool. There is now an AI. Kasi, halimbawa po, masyado pong mahaba yung inyong introduction or yung inyong methodology at minsan nakakapagod ng basahin ka sa kinahaba-haba niya. You can actually ask this tool to paraphrase it. Then, yan. Lahat-lahat po ng ito ay pwedeng gawin ng inyong small SEO tools. But the one that I would like you to know is actually this, the plagiarism checker. Kailangan po natin tong plagiarism checker na ito kasi when we submit our article to the National Library of the Philippines at kapag in-scan nila sa kanilang scanner at meron pong plagiarized content, hindi po sila magbibigay ng ISSN sa atin at hindi po nila i-accredit yung ating paper. So kailangan po free of plagiarism yung ating trabaho. Okay, yung pong mga gumamit ng AI dyan, kailangan po i-cite po ninyo ng mabuti yung AI na ginamit po ninyo sa inyong article. Okay, yan po. Then you just click on the plagiarism checker. At gaya po ng ginawa natin kanina, ipipaste lang po natin dito, paste your text here to detect plagiarism. Gaya ng ginawa ko kanina, I just paste. Ayan. Yung the same article na pinaste ko sa paper rater kanina, yun din po ang ipipaste natin dito sa plagiarism checker. And then, ayan, 229 words of 1,000. So, ibig sabihin, pag ginamit niyo po si si small SEO tools, ang maximum word niya ay per 1,000 lang. Kasi pag more than 1,000, magbabayad po tayo ng $5. O diba, social, $5 times, sabihin mo ng 56 pesos, that would be 1,000 pesos. Baka magbigay si Stephanie ng budget later on para pwede na natin itong magamit ng free. And then, we now check on the check plagiarism or your deep plagiarism checker. Ayan. So, check lang po natin itong plagiarism checker. Ayan. Hintayin lang po natin itong mag-process. Ngayon po, pag nag-process na po siya, kapag merong na-detect na error, ibibigay pa niya yung link kung saan mo siya na-copy. Kaya wala po kayong ligtas. Halimbawa, yung sentence po ninyo ay kinopya nyo kung saan, madedetect po ng ating plagiarism checker kung saan nyo po siya kinuha. Kaya pati yung link kung saan nyo siya kinuha ay ibibigay din niya. Kaya what you need to do if it has plagiarism detection ay kailangan i-rewrite nyo siya o i-rephrase nyo siya. At kailangan meron yung reference na nakalagay. Okay po? And then below it, tignan na po natin kung ano na po ang result ng ating plagiarism. Pumasa po ba? Ayan. Dito po sa baba, meron na pong plagiarized content 0%. So wala pong problema. Exactly plagiarized 0. Partial plagiarized 0. Content 100%. Ngayon po, kapag meron pong na-detect si SEO tools na kinopya natin, bababa po ito ng 100%. At i-highlight niya po yung word na yon or yung sentences na yon at yun po ang kailangan ninyong i-cite or i-rephrase sa atin. Ngayon, nag-update na po ang small SEO tools, meron na pong AI dito sa baba. Dati kasi wala. Ngayon, kapag sinulat ng AI inyong research article, i-detect din niya yung kung sinulat ng AI ito or hindi. Ayan. So, ang gagawin po natin, gaya po ng paper writer kanina, screenshot po natin ito at ipipaste po natin sa baba ng abstract para makita ng evaluator na pasado siya sa ating online content. Okay? So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yun na po ang ating first talk session on writing the title and the abstract with inclusion of the small SEO tools and paper writer. Steph, please open some questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc Felch. So ayun po ang presentation ng ating title, abstract, as well as yung format po ng ating journal paper or journal article. Yan. The floor, the forum, or the platform is open for clarifications. Ano po ang ating mga tanong? Unahin na natin. Si Sir Jarwin nagtanong, can we make use of this site for Filipino research daw po, Doc Felch? Nakakabasa ba siya ng Filipino research?
Ang sagot po ay hindi kasi English po kasi ang standard ng ating paper writer. Anyway po, meron naman po tayong tinawag na expert sa larangan ng Filipino. So,
ayan, in the person of Dr. Ryan Bilcabading. Ayan, ganda po at nandito siya with us. Matutulungan niya tayo sa Filipino. Yan po kasi ang isa sa mga mahihirap na research pagka isinali na sa Filipino ay marami tayong mga tanong tungkol dyan. Alright, so hindi po siya applicable sa Filipino. I will be sending sample of Filipino journal articles po maya-maya after ng ating meeting. I have sent na po yung ating format and sample of basic research. Pasunod na po itong action research example. Yan. So, as to the title, limited number of words din po. Sir, paano po kapag masyadong mahaba yung title napunta lahat doon sa pangalan ng school? Pwede po bang mag-acronym?
To our researchers, ang ilagay nyo na lang po, kung mahaba masyado, yun na lang pong division ninyo kasi isa lang naman po ang division ninyo kung mahaba masyado. Pwede lang ilagay nyo Schools Division of Dagupan City doon sa work address so that you will only pertain to one division. Ngayon po, kapag ilalagay nyo yung sa abstract doon sa participants, ang rule po kasi in technical writing is we have to write it in full before we use the acronym.
Yeah. Doon po sa title, Doc.
Doon sa title,
nandoon yung pangalan ng school.
doon sa title, pwedeng alisin natin yung title, yung pangalan ng school, kasi hahaba po yon at ilalagay na lang po natin siya sa abstract and the other parts. And that is understandable for a research article.
Okay, thank you po.
Step follow-up lang, maari kasi na yung full-blown title ninyo at saka yung research article title ninyo ay hindi exactly the same yung title natin. Kasi we are conforming to research article guidelines. Yung kasi full-blown, pwede po kasi full-blown. Ito po kasi we have to subscribe to the guidelines set forth for our journal.
Okay. So, maaaring mag-iba yung title ng inyong full-blown paper at saka doon sa inyong research article or journal article. Yan. Kapag po ba nag-iba yung parts doon sa my journal article, ilalagay po ba yung doon din sa full-blown paper? Maapektuhan daw po ba yun?
Actually, ang dapat talagang mangyari ay kung ano po yung changes, halimbawa po pag major changes po ang nangyari doon sa ating research article, we are strongly suggesting na kung ano po ang changes sa ating research article, yun din po sana ang nakalagay sa ating full-blown paper para po parallel po sila. Halimbawa po, ang nilagay niyo po sa full-blown paper ninyo ay random sampling under methodology. Hindi pala yun hindi pala random sampling ang dapat talagang gamitin. Kasi kumbaga error in the use of methodology. At ngayon, ang suggestion ng panel, expert evaluator ay gumamit kayo ng ibang sampling. Halimbawa, ang gagamitin ninyo ay stratified sampling, for example. Dapat both the article and the final paper parehas po sila. Okay?
And kailangan po bang 100% plagiarism free?
Tama
Opo.
po. Kailangan po ay 100% plagiarism free. Kasi po, halimbawa po meron pong 30 na research articles. Iko-compile lahat yan ng PPRD through STEP. Ngayon po, may isang research article out of the 30 na may plagiarized. Ipapascan po yan sa National Library of the Philippines. Kahit po isa lang po ang na-detect niyang article, affected po yung buong libro. And we don't want that to happen. Kaya please let us subscribe to 100% plagiarism.
Opo. And additional po sa pagkakasabi din ni Sir, hindi nyo pa po muna ilalagay sa online QA hanggat wala pang go signal ng ating mga panel of evaluators kung pwede na or magsasabi rin po sila na please proceed for online QA. Yan. So, hintayin po natin yung hudyat nila. And a question from Sir Erickson of Lawag City. How many space before writing the keywords po in the abstract? Yan. Mag-send po ako ng example. Yan. Opo. I will be sending, basic po si Sir Eric. So, nakapag-send na po ako ng example doon sa, sa ating GC. Makikita nyo po doon kung paano yung pagkaka-space niya, yung keywords after no abstract. Okay? So, any questions pa po? Habang nandito pa ang ating mga evaluators? They will be working on your paper kung ano man po ang may submit today, and we are targeting na may submit nyo po ang inyong approved at okay na title and abstract today. Yun po. Kaya po, we will be cutting this lecture po kasi we will be needing you to write your title and abstract with the complete and the correct format po ng inyong mga journal articles. So yun lang po ang hinihiling namin ngayon sa inyo today is to submit your abstract, title and abstract. Ayan, title and abstract po. By piecemeal po tayo, sabi nga ni Doc Felch. Ayan. So, kapag po na-upload nyo na ang inyong mga sample articles, atin po itong titignan and then we will be uploading again yung inyong corrected na article na. Okay, very active naman po ang ating GC. Isang message away lang po kami. Nandun po si Doc Glenn, Doc Felch, and Doc Ryan sa pag-answer din in case may mga kailangan pa tayong sagutin. So, Filipino research, hindi po covered. Perfect score po dapat, plagiarism-free. Acronyms ay ginagamit after we have spelled out yung mga words na kailangan, and then we can use the acronym na to the succeeding mentions of the words. All right, with that, wala na po bang mga tanong? Okay. Alam kong busy din po ang iba sa atin. Actually, lahat naman tayo ay busy. So, and this is a write shop. I will be leaving you with your writing. Ayan, I will be waiting for your output po sa ating link. Isend ko po sa inyo. And then, magkita-kita po tayo. Hopefully, Ayan. Until what time po ang submission? According to our matrix na nasa GCI, 4 p.m. po. 4 p.m. So you have the day to write your abstract. Hindi po nangangahulugan na hintayin natin ng 4 p.m. bago ma-submit ang ating output. Kapag po tapos na, submit it to us kasi i-correct pa po yan ng ating mga evaluator. So we will be waiting for you this day para po ma-submit. Kasi mahirap naman po kung bigla-bigla tayong 4:00 lahat mag-submit. May mga iba rin pong concerns ang ating mga evaluators. And we use the time that is given to us to make our output. So if you're done, kindly send it to us. And then, i-check po yan and then we will give it back to you para mailagay pa po natin yung enhancements na kinakailangan. Siyempre, wala naman pong perfect sa ating mga trabaho at meron yan, ikakaganda pa. Yan. Until pag na-reach na natin yung okay na siya and then hopefully we'll be going, mabibigay na po sila ng go signal to subject it to online QA or quality assurance.
Step
And-
additional lang kay sa tanong ni Sir. Actually, yung 4 p.m. na sinabi ni Ma'am Steph, sana yung 4 p.m. na yon final na yung ating abstract. Hindi po yun yung start ng submission.
Yes.
Kumbaga, siguro kapag natapos tayo ng 10:38 sa ating talk session ngayon, we can already start writing our abstract. Kapag natapos nyo po ng 11 o'clock or 10:50 kung ganoon po kayo kabilis, isend nyo na po sa aming GC, sa ating GC, para ma-check na po namin. And then kapag okay na, pwede nyo na pong i-online. Ngayon po, pag natapos na po kayo ng 1 o'clock, di okay po. Pero ang deadline po sana ng lahat ng ating output for day 1 is 4 p.m. Tama, Esther?
Yes po, tama po. By the time na 4 p.m., tama na po sana ang ang pag-edit natin and we have finally come up with our final output. Pasado na po sa QA. Doc, paano po kapag natapos na at wala nang gagawin? Siya lang, wala na pong gagawin. Pwede po bang mag-proceed na sa intro since meron naman pong sample na ibinigay?
Pwede po, ma'am and sir, pwede po kayong magsulat na ng inyong intro to make use of our time, to make ourselves very productive. Kasi po, sana, ang plan po ay Monday to Wednesday na online, talagang nakasulat na po tayo. Para po pag F to F na sa Thursday, ang gagawin na lang po natin ay revision and finalization. Kaya para sa Friday, tuwang-tuwa na si Steph kasi lahat na ng article ay nakapasa na sa both the manual and the online. Okay?
Yes,
Yan
ganun po talaga ang target natin. Hopefully, kaya po nakalagay din sa ating regional memo na dala-dala na ninyo ang inyong complete na po na journal article by the time na magkita-kita po tayo face-to-face sa NAIAP sa Thursday. So, we make use of our time. Kung kaya nating masundan based on that example, pwede na po nating i-start doon sa introduction yung mga maaga pong nakatapos ng kanilang abstract. But we try our best to finish po by 4 p.m. final na po yun na na paper natin. All right, may mga tanong pa po ba? May mga nagta-type pa po. Ay, yes, Sir Dexter. Sir Dexter, may tanong ka po ba? Napindot lang ata niya ang kanyang microphone. All right. Time check. Wala. May staff house po ba ang NAIAP? Staff house. Mayroon pong mga mag-a-attend sa inyo. May attendance po doon. Nandun din po ang ating dorm manager. By Wednesday night, naka-open na po in time for check-in. 3 p.m. po ang check-in ng NAIAP. Naka-ready na rin po ang inyong mga rooms sa mga po magde-day zero. But the formal activity will be starting on Thursday. Ayan. And the first meal to be served will be breakfast po on Thursday. But pwede na po kayong magstay sa NAIAP on Wednesday night. May mga tao po doon na sasalubong din sa inyo. May attendance po doon.
Steph.
Yes po, Doc.
Meron po kaming specific assignments as to kung sinong evaluate namin, ma'am.
Thank you for that wonderful question, Doc Glenn. Wala po
Thank
sa
you.
ngayon dahil iniiwasan po natin yung mga para kasi sinesection na natin sila kapag nangyari yun. May mga instances na mas mabilis matapos yung isang section. Yung ibang evaluators po ay hindi na nila ginagawa. Libre naman sila. May times din po kasi na maraming hawak yung isang evaluator, hindi na niya dahil for example, maraming nang tanggap si Sir Felch. Halimbawa po ako ay isang evaluator din, wala pa naman po akong ginagawa. Hindi ko pwedeng kunin yung nasa section niya kasi hindi ko naman hawak yon or hindi naman under sa section ko, sir. Kaya sa ngayon po, wala po, hindi tayo limited sa mga researchers na hawak natin. Kaya kung sino po ang bakante na pwedeng mag-check, siya po yung mag-evaluate din. Pwede naman pong halimbawa, na-check nyo na ni Sir Glenn, kayo po. At nakita din ni Sir Ryan na mayroon pa. Pwede naman po yun na mag-additional comment din. Basta pagka naibigay na po ni evaluator, wag nang uulitin ni isang evaluator. Yun po, Doc.
Thank you, Ma'am Steph.
Kasi nasanay si Doc Glenn din na may mga groupings. Yes, Sir Renante.
Yes, good morning, Ma'am Steph,
Hello
Sir
po.
Fel John, magandang umaga sa inyo. I just want to clarify, Ma'am, kasi we are now preparing the title and the abstract. So it is regardless to the result of yung methodology. If ever, Ma'am, ang clarification ko lang is, of course, for the benefit of our researchers, if ever na magkakaroon ng changes or corrections sa methodology, yung abstract natin is affected pa rin, Ma'am, di ba? Tama po
Opo.
yun, So, still it is not yet final, until we have the final paper. So our researchers should expect din na if ever there are changes, major changes in the methodology, of course, affected pa rin yung ating abstract.
Yes po. Kasi
Yun lang ang
abstract
ating,
ay nandun
ma'am.
na po lahat Kaya kahit kailanganin matapos ang buong paper para din makita doon.
Yes,
As
yun lang,
of
ma'am.
now.
Yun lang ang parang ko lang, ma'am. Inputs ko lang.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mag-change ang method, mag-change ang abstract, mag-change din ang other parts ng ating research article. And please, lakasan niyo po ang loob niyo kasi may mga talagang pinanghihinaan ng loob, may mga nagkakasakit, may mga nilalagnat, at saka may mga sumasakit na ang tiyan. Dahil po ang ating paper rater ay hindi nila kumare, kumbaga. Hindi nila magustuhan ang pag-way ng style ng pagsulat. Please be patient, and we really, really want that your articles be published in our referee journal. Ayan, kaya wag po tayo ngayon pa lang, sinasabi ko na po sa inyo, may mga times na mayroon tayong pwede na gusto ng sumuko, ganyan. But still, we strive hard. Kaya nga po tayo nag-research at hindi po biro ang birth kasi nga po binigay sa atin yan na pondo ng gobyerno. Kailangan lang din po nating suklian at ibigay kung ano yung nararapat din para sa ating mga learners. Yan. From Sir Eric po, we will use active voice na, ma'am, from passive if possible. Opo. Active voice po ang pinakamataas na score sa ating mga online QA. Yes, and past tense po. Generally past tense, active voice. At yung mga transition terms, matutulungan po kayo dyan ni Doc Glenn Gira sa ating mga additionally, ano na ito? On the other hand, may mga on the left hand, right hand, ganyan. Doon po, magkakaroon din po ng mga TA ang ating mga evaluators para po sa ikakaganda ng ating journal article. Alright, so ituloy na lang din po natin sa ating GC, and we will be leaving you with the right track na po. Let us all write our title and abstract. Kindly send it to us. We will be waiting. And thank you very much for your time and being with us in this platform. Tomorrow po ulit, 9 o'clock, kita-kita po tayo ulit for the talk on introduction and research questions as well as the methodology. Ayan. Thank you very much and magandang umaga.